Hello, BookTube. Well, believe it or not, I have one more piece of mail. It happened the same way that it used to happen in the good old days when I got mail all the time. I got a ninja delivery very late at night on Saturday, so that neither I nor my surly houseboy were even aware of it until Sunday. So it's mail on a Sunday. And it's just one package, but I figured we'll go through it together. It's very light, so it could be a slim volume of poetry. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see what we have here. Oh, oh my. Okay, all right. Well, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this is a late April release. It is not a slim volume of poetry. It is, in fact, ever so much better than that. This is a romance. It's a Regency romance that I just got in the mail. How wonderful! I have been adapting, as has the publishing industry, and all of my friends, the publicists. We've all been adapting to a circumstance in which you're just not going to be able to just pop a print book in the mail. Some people still can do it, are still doing it, but in most cases not. So I'm exploring. I'm getting PDFs from publicists. I'm exploring NetGalley. I'm becoming even better friends with my iPad for reading. I'm becoming even better friends with ebooks. I imagine a lot of people are feeling that way lately because they don't have the option anymore, and that will often, necessity is often the mother of invention in that way. So if you don't have the option of something that's been comfortable to you forever, you will explore something else, and you might find that you like it. You might find that you might not want to go back, right? For instance, almond milk does not require the systematic all-day-long torture of sentient beings who can laugh and joke and play practical jokes and have moods and have best friends and have enemies and form friendships across species lines. You don't have to hook countless thousands of those beings up to machines in order to produce almond milk. So you really like your cereal in the morning? Well, okay. What if necessity forced you to try that? Well, in this case, the almond milk here is ebooks, which I have loved for years. They are so convenient for my profession of book reviewing. Not talking just as a general reader, although we can get to that, but for a reviewer, the ability to search for any term in the text and have it instantly revealed what page that term appears on every single case, to be able to make infinite notes right there in the moment without sticking a pencil inside the book, without anything like that. It's just amazing. It's just an amazingly convenient thing. But even as a reader, if you say that your phone is too small and it puts a strain on your eyes, okay, well then you have an iPad or a tablet. Almost everybody does. So read on that and try reading on that to the exclusion of all else, and see how fast it takes you to outgrow the idea that your old standby of, oh no, I like a printed book. Well, so do I. But ebooks are wonderful, and I've been exploring that. But boy, oh boy, there's nothing quite like getting a printed book in the mail. I should, if I remember, I'll leave a link to Olive at a Book Olive. Her latest video is specifically about falling deeper in love with ebooks, breaking what turns out to be a very weak habit. We all think that we're absolutely in love with printed books, but we're all absolutely in love with reading. Printed books have just been the medium that we've had forever. But Olive did a great video on. Of course, she is now a book reviewer, and so she is partly coming at it from the same viewpoint that I would. It makes book reviewing so much easier, so much easier. But also just as a reader, she did a great video, better than I could ever do. But anyway, the book, the one book that we got today in the mail is a romance novel. It's a Regency romance. It's Gone with the Rogue by Amelia Gray. And I have an Amelia Gray. I thought I had an Amelia Gray staring me right in the face. Do I not? No? Well, I'd have to find it. But this is a modern day Regency romance, obviously, because the man is in a weird state of undress. What's he doing in the middle of the parlor? Why does he have his shirt off in the middle of the parlor when she's fully dressed? But Amelia Gray, I could swear that I had one of hers right here. She's terrific. Just terrific. So playful. So good with a turn of phrase. Good dialogue. And this is going to be her latest. The date on this is late April. I don't know if that's true. I feel sorry if it is. I don't know of many statewide lockdowns or quarantines that are up before late April. So who's going to be in bookstores to see this thing, or to receive it, or to put it out on display, or to check it out at the registers? I guess there's always online. Let's see. What have we got here? New York Times bestselling author Amelia Gray is known and loved for her vivid, charming historical romances. After a well-received first installation, she continues here her First Comes Love series with book 2. The sinking of the salty dove took her husband's life, but it didn't drown Julia Failbright's courage to endure. She creates a proper life for herself and her young son, but now the ton, the fashionable world's most notorious rogue, is back, and how he makes Julia feel is anything but proper. She can't deny the desire he awakens in her, even though she knows that where's my other page? Where's my other page? That the handsome devil will surely break her heart. Garrett Stockton owns a successful shipping company and is rumored to have a woman on every continent and half a dozen in England. The truth, however, is that Garrett has but one mistress, the wide open sea. That is, until he meets Julia, whose spirit of independence matches his own. What begins as a flirtatious battle of wits turns far more passionate than either of them could have imagined. Suddenly, Garrett's only desire is to sail into the sunset with Julia as his wife and young Chatwin as his son. But she won't take his hand. How can he convince her that his love is real and his heart is hers? Okay, well that's fascinating right out of the gate, because you notice what's missing from that description, right? I mean, the nod at conventional sensibilities is there in that she is a widow with a young son who is trying to stay in business. None of those things would have been true in most conventional, or most of the old style Regency romances that I love and adore. But the other thing that stands out here is that he does, at least in that description, does not come with a title. It doesn't appear there's a title involved in any of this. He makes his business from the sea, and she's in business as well. They're both in trade, to use Jane Austen's loaded term. All right, well, great. That's fine by me. I don't need landed aristocracy in order to love these things. I'm going to have to check. I will check and double check and see what the story is with this in terms of release. I'll go to the publisher, which is St. Martin, and I'll go to Amelia Gray's website also. There's tons of blurbs here. That's fantastic. Because she is just so good. The Earl Next Door is I've read a few of these, but The Earl Next Door is the one that I have here somewhere. But that's great. So that's our mail. It was a romance novel in the mail. Boy, oh boy, am I in the mood for it. I'll read it right now. I'll read it today. But anyway, that is your mail for today. No idea how long we're going to keep this streak going. Am I going to get mail tomorrow? Your guess is as good as mine. We shall see. If I do, you'll be the first to know. So I'll wrap this up, but I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.